Hello, everyone, and welcome to Soul Survivors Soul Chain. Thank you for joining us for an evening of Dungeons and Dragons. I'm Sean, he, him, and I will be your Dungeon Master tonight. Now, this one-shot is a very special occasion. We have gathered together 3 teams of adventurers, each of whom are going to attempt to take down one of the obelisks that was discovered in Soul Survivors, the main campaign. Will they succeed in taking down an obelisk? Well, they get 3 chances. Let's see how they do. But first, I'm going to introduce our first group. Ed, would you mind telling us your name, pronouns, your character, their pronouns, and maybe a little bit about them?
Absolutely. Hello, my name is Ed. I use he, him pronouns, and I will be playing, I'm an actor, and I'm actually on a boat at the moment, which is interesting. I'm playing Lean Quist, who is a Harangon barbarian assassin, who uses they, them pronouns, and is an ex-assassin for hire. Unfortunately, they got a bit too into being an assassin to the point where it became an obsession and then a problem. And now they're trying to come out of this inability to tell friend from foe when they get too overexcited and start trying to kill everyone. But they're better now. Much better. Much better.
Yeah, sure.
Hopefully.
Did
Liz,
you say
do you
Liz? Sorry, yes, hello,
Yeah.
I'm Liz. I use they, them pronouns. I will be playing Stagnacious, who uses he, him pronouns. A little bit about me. My name is Liz. I've already mentioned this. I have recently got a greyhound. In fact, I say recently. I've had a greyhound for a year now. He's a rescue greyhound. He's called Pablo, and he is wonderful. In terms of Stagnacious, Stagnacious is a sapphire gem dragonborn. He's of the wizarding variety, though he's a bit more scoundrel-esque than you would at first assume. He dresses very well. He thinks a lot in the background. There's always something going on in his mind, a way of making the best out of any situation for his own benefit, of course. Yeah, very, very excited.
And, well, that leaves... But Ali left.
Hi, my name is Ali. I use they, them pronouns. I don't wear it like this all the time. I wish I could, but my 9 to 5 doesn't allow me to. I recently shaved my head for charity, so thank you for all of those that supported. And I'm gonna play Lorana. So Lorana is also a returning character, friend with the other 2 in this game. So Lorana had a secret that actually they are a Leonine, but they have built up into this new personality and has left back the Oryx clan, because that's where Lorana comes from, but that's another story. Lorana now is a little bit more relaxed, so rather than to be piratey, it's more like, oh yeah, I have a daiquiri in my hand and just taking the sun in the crowd nest.
There we go. Right. Well, before we get into our first adventure, let's have a word from our sponsors and supporters.
Check out our sponsor, Phoenix Dice, for carefully crafted click-clack math rocks for use in your favourite TTRPGs. Phoenix Dice work with recycled goods, meaning their products and packaging are all made from sustainable materials. You can go to phoenixdice.com to check out their entire selection, including some limited roll-together dice. And if you use the code ROLLTOGETHER, all caps, at checkout, you'll get 25% off your next purchase.
Big love to our D20 club on Patreon. They're great. You're wonderful. We love you so much. And they help us keep the kobolds in line, which is very important. They get up to all sorts of cheeky jam-related activities. Anyway, the D20 club, they've created a fan Discord where you can come and chat about all things Roll Together. And they've created a wiki page to help you keep track of all of our stories, which you can find at rolltogether.fandom.com. You can join and be as cool as they are from as little as one of your local currencies per month by following the link in chat or in the description below.
We are delighted to be supported by Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, a Dungeons & Dragons strategy video game that brings together D&D characters from novels, adventures, and multiple live streams into a single grand adventure. You can select your heroes and formation, then battle through waves of monsters for free on PC, phone, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. And if you put !code into chat, you'll get yourself a free Electrum chest.
We are happy to be supported by Homie and the Dude. Homie and the Dude are a father and son duo, a group company that make various different TTRPG supplement books, which includes The Wandering Tavern, and coming soon to Kickstarter, they have a new Dune/Mad Max inspired book called Scorched Basin. You can go check out all of their stuff following the links in chat or in the description below. And if you use the code ROLLTOGETHER at checkout, you can get 10% off of your purchase.
You can find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, and TikTok by searching Roll Together RPG, or by following the links in chat or in the description below. If you can't join us live and want to see our previous adventures, you can catch up straight after on YouTube or on your favourite podcasting app by searching for Roll Together RPG.
Finally, we run queer-friendly tables and encourage and support trans and GNC players and characters in our games. Our players and DM may portray characters that are of a different gender to their own. We aim to avoid misgendering but acknowledge that it does happen. We welcome corrections and have a company policy in place for correcting people on pronouns. Check out Safety in Chat for content warnings and some of the safety tools that we use through the TTRPG Safety Toolkit.
Stagnacious, Lorana and Lean Quist. When last we saw them, they had been in Kithis, in the Moonshades. They had recently managed to prevent a wereshark attack on the town. However, in the kind of final moments of the campaign, we've found that the priest of Lathander, one David Andrew Rosebasket, had been infected with weresharkism and escaped from the Shrine of Lathander, where they'd been sequestered. And vowing to bring them back, you left the town in hot pursuit. And that is where you have been up to this point. Unfortunately, fairly fruitlessly. A couple of near misses, maybe discovering a little bit of how much of a threat the weresharks are, but largely sailing the ocean. It is very much like looking for a pin in a haystack if that pin were a shark and the haystack were an ocean. But you are sailing, indeed. You are on a ship which has got a name, which I totally have up. Click, come on. You are on the SS Orus Vol.
Oh, yes.
There is a golden helm helm mascot. I can't remember what they're called now. Ed, you're on a boat. What's it called? Figurehead.
Wait, hang on, what do you mean? Which bit?
The figurehead. On the prow. Yes.
Yeah.
Figurehead. There you go. The helm mascot, as well we know.
Helmet. That'll do.
It is a glorious golden shrew. Because unfortunately, when describing voles, the artist did not know. So, they've got a shrew, but it's the Orus Vol. The SS Orus Vol, cannot promise, is not an anagram. The Captain Rowan Doe, has been following as much as they can your instructions to try and chase down the weresharks. However, you recently received word from a chain of adventurers passing word along about a threat in Neverwinter. Well, in all of Faerun, in fact, some adventurers from Neverwinter discovered a 150-foot monolith and discovered plans that there were in fact 9 of these monoliths dotted around Faerun, encompassing a humongous area. Some of these adventurers had been involved in an escapade in the Neverwinter woods where a smaller one of these had gone off and it had devastated the land. All animals, plants, trees, everything in the area completely stripped down to ash. This is obviously something that we don't want to happen to the entire continent. So the distress call was sent out for adventurers to bear down on some of these coordinates. And seeing as a couple of them were in the Sea of Swords, you have put your current quest on hold to try and do what you may. Could you all roll me? I will accept. Huh?
So I just think straight
I will
in, no
accept
time for dallying about.
Yeah. Roll me initiative. Go on.
Oh,
Let's
God.
just get it out of the
Oh
way.
boy. Okay.
Survival perception.
Perception.
I will take arguments if you've got some thoughts for maybe something investigative, I guess.
Arcana, Sean.
Arcana. I
What
will allow you an
about-
Arcana. I
What
will.
about deception, Sean? How's that sound?
Perception.
A performance.
I'm
Please,
kidding.
you
I'm
are-
kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm
You
kidding.
are only lying to yourself, Liz.
Yes.
Survival, what was the other one?
Survival or perception, the more obvious ones. I will allow Arcana.
No, I just rolled
I will
perception.
take perception. I will
I've
take
rolled
perception.
perception.
I've got advantage on perception, which means
Oh, sweet.
I get 23.
25.
Stagnacious got 12.
Okay.
He's just
23,
admiring
12.
himself.
I'm sorry, Ali, what was Lorana's?
25.
25, 23, 25. and
Perception.
12. All perception. Great.
Mm-hmm.
Well, with a 12, the first thing you notice is it is very, very foggy. Those with post 20 rolls, it is very, very, very foggy. But I will also additionally let you know that you have been sailing for a couple of days since you got the call. However, progress has been slow. As you approached the coordinates you were given, you were forced to slow down as the water became unexpectedly shallow for being smack dab in the middle of the Sea of Swords. You could see that there were rocky outcrops becoming more and more frequent. So the pace of the ship has had to have been slowed down, stowing the sails to prevent too swift a movement through this dangerous terrain. And now with the fog, this has become even harder. The ship, thankfully, is crewed by a plethora of folk, a number of whom are well equipped with a variety of thunder-based magics, and they have developed a technique whereby they kind of couple of water genasi hold back the sea. They open a kind of hatch so that the air genazis generally who have thunder magic have a kind of clear shot out into the ocean, and they just kind of do little dips, close the hatch, have a bit of a break, carry on.
That's a very cool way to sail a ship.
Is there anything that you would like to do, given that the fog has become so pervasive?
Is Lorana up in the? You call it the sky, the cloud nest, which I thought was absolutely wonderful.
The crowd.
Yeah.
But if you're already up there, I presume that you're going to have, and also you actually rolled a high perception than me, so I don't suppose it would make any difference. I think if they've got it under control, I think Lean's just going to be trying to be on guard.
I think Stagnacious, with his 12 that he has rolled, is probably leaning against the forecastle. I hope I pronounced that correctly. I think sipping one of Lorana's daiquiris, admiring his newly found golden buttons, which he's attached to his gorgeous garments, but will lazily look around, recognize that it is getting very, very misty, very, very foggy, and using his psionic mind feature will probably send a telepathic message. I'm assuming with too high up to reach Lorana, because it's 30 foot.
Yeah, I think the
This is where I should follow my own
It
advice
feels a
and be
bit.
looking
It feels
at.
a bit of a stretch.
I imagine the masts are 80 foot tall.
Yeah. So we'll probably
Most
try
of
to
the
reach
ship.
Lorana, roll his eyes, and then in Lean Quist's mind, so I guess they can work out how they feel about that. They would have experienced this before, but
Oh, yes,
they'll
okay.
hear, Lean, darling, what's the situation?
Lean will pad back to where they are on the ship. I've got no idea. I don't like this, but I feel like it's all under control. I mean, we are.
What?
Yeah.
Something isn't right. Have a little look over the side, will you? Just see what's going on with the levels of the sea.
Well, yeah, right. And we'll go over to the edge and look over. We're going to point out that we are looking for a big rock thing, and there's lots of rock here that we weren't expecting.
That's very true.
But therefore, is going to look over. Is there any rock that we can see poking out of the ocean?
So I will say that part of the message that you got would have described it as a 150 foot tall. Seems I might have doubled that. It might have been 300.
Ooh, that is a
I'm
big
going to go
thing.
with 150 because I think, for continuity's sake, I should probably say that 150 foot tall monolithic structure of solid black stone, kind of 20 foot wide base. As you head towards the edge of the boat, could you, in fact, all of you, make a dexterity save?
Oh, yeah. In real life, I'm quite good at this, but
As you do head towards the edge, there is a sudden lurching on the deck, a scraping noise as the bottom of the boat comes a little bit too close for comfort.
yeah.
Yeah.
Lean got a 26.
6. Lorana? Cool. Ignatius?
17.
17.
10. That strawberry daiquiri is all over the deck.
I
All
think
down your
17.
front.
26, you're fine. You probably, fair to say, with the least experience on a boat, however, very stable on your feet, lots of free running across rooftops. So the fact that the deck tipped, you have just righted yourself, carried on, didn't even phase you. With a 17, you weren't thrown from the crow's nest, but you did have to kind of
My drink all spilled.
Yeah, I think as Stagnacious face plants directly forwards into the deck, you are, just to add insult to injury, also splashed with a further 2 strawberry daiquiris. As although one of them mysteriously refills your glass, so it's not all bad.
Oh, nice. Has anyone got not mending? What's it called? Prestidigitation.
Yes, I was going to say Stagnacious will immediately, I think, reaction Featherfall first, knowing that he's face planting.
Yeah.
It's just a reaction, he can't help it. And then will begin to prestidigitate himself and the ship. I think he would consider the ship's cleanliness as well in that process.
Lovely. As you get to the edge of the boat, however, I will say that this is carried over with your exceptionally high perception. Leaning out of the fog, a shape resolves. It is significantly smaller than 150 foot and significantly less chiseled than straight up and down monolith. However, this particular little rock, craggy, outcroppy thing does seem to have some wildlife on it. This is where I'm going to ask you for animal handling.
Oh, okay. I would be amazed.
Not to actually handle it, but this is more of a kind of, do you know what this is?
Oh, I see. Yeah, got it. 8. I'm not
8.
surprised. I feel
No
like
idea.
Lean's quite an urban person, and yeah, that's not gonna. The hell is that?
It's kind of like, It looks like if someone were to take a saber-toothed tiger, flatten all of its legs, and then shave it.
Nice. Wow. I don't like the look of that.
I will also carry over Lorana's perception check, seeing as you rolled higher, and as you're kind of thrown slightly to one side, leaning over, you can see Lean. Do you want to also roll me an animal handling? Ali?
Animal, did you say? Or
Animal handling, please, yes.
what is it? Oh, it's on top. Like, where is it? It's a wisdom. Yeah. 21.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
21.
21. Okay. You would know what this is. This is Sea Creatures 101. This is a creature that is well known for kind of chasing storms, being around in kind of areas of dense fog, heavy tempests and rain, that sort of thing. It is a mammal, very slick water proof, I was going to say, but skin that is made for gliding through the ocean waves. 2 very large tusks. It also has the ability to, when it howls, it can create a very strong gust. This is in fact a squalrus.
How big is it?
It is large.
Large. Okay.
Yes. So bigger than you, smaller than the ship.
So, and can you repeat where it's located?
Not
Like, is it?
Port side of the ship.
But is it outside, or is it on top of one of the rocks?
Sorry?
Is it on the rocks or on the water?
It is on the rocks.
On the rocks.
Just kind of bathing in the I was going to say in the sunlight, but there's no sunlight kind of breaking through. Just kind of taking in the lovely, foggy, misty evening.
Would I know if this is something local, or is it weird to find it around?
Nature check?
I will let your. I mean, I think your roll was high enough. I'll carry it over for this. You would know that they don't tend to go too far south, but in kind of northern parts of the world, particularly, like I say, where there are areas of frequent storms, inclement weather, they do tend to kind of congregate. They're very, very rarely alone.
Okay. Lorana is gonna bottoms up the daiquiri, toss the glass some side of the nest, and you see a couple of them, like 6 to 8, and it's not that early, so Lorana is getting there. And then Lorana takes something that sort of resembles a surfing board kind of thing and jumps out of the nest, sort of gliding on top.
Just like the sails are stowed, so one of the
spars.
Yeah, one of the bars is kind of a slightly askew, so you can kind of see. This is one of the rare occasions where I wish my boat knowledge and my skateboarding knowledge were better. But not an oki, is it? Or when you do the slide, I don't know.
It's just called a sliding.
I glide down into my reflavored promo fly-in, and I pass this information to all of them. Stagnacious, I think you're more of the sort of like scholar kind of thing, but correct me if I'm wrong. I think those creatures are not too common around here, plus they are never alone.
Never alone? Oh,
yeah,
shit.
I think there should be others.
Stagnacious just rolled a history check just to see. It was natural 1 + 8.
Nice.
So I think Stagnacious would be like, oh yeah, 100% correct. That's absolutely what they are. Good for you. Well done for knowing that, Lorana.
I know I can always trust you to double check my facts.
100%.
Wait, what are we going to do about them, though? Particularly if they don't come alone, are they a threat?
Are they looking at us funny?
Exactly. Exactly.
They are not typically known to attack ships unless directly threatened.
I guess we just have to evade them.
Oh, can we do that? I mean, it's not as if we're small.
We're not here for on animal keeping thing, right? Like, it's not like, oh, let's save the animal in the sea so we can save the day tomorrow. We're here kind of for the big thing over there. So just wondering if the big thing over there is causing these animals sort of.
What? You weren't?
Migrate.
Yeah.
Well, it's brought us here. Maybe they want in on the action.
Yeah. Well, they're sort of attracted to thunderstorms kind of thing. So maybe.
Oh no.
Yeah, Lorena takes her the lovely hat and then just puts maybe like a more waterproof sort of hat.
So Esther thing, yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I'm plenty sure we're gonna have a little bit of rain in a minute, so watch out.
Right. So I think in preparation for this, because Leonquist is paranoid about stuff like this, he's going to lash a rope around his waist and tie it to a mast. And there should be I'm going to say 30 foot of rope as a sort of if there's going to be a squall, he wants to be ready.
Mm-hmm.
They want to be ready.
So kind of securing yourself to the ship, but with a kind of area of effect, I guess.
Yeah, that's exactly the idea. So I can move away from it, or I can just slash the rope and get free. But in terms of how far I can be taken anywhere whilst it's still there, then it's 30 feet.
Yeah, no worries. Desperately trying to see what the width of the boat is, so I can tell.
Can I go over the edge?
I mean, I would assume it's quite a wide deck.
Well, particularly
I can't believe it has a pole one already.
If the masts are 80 feet, I don't think it's going to be
about 20 foot, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not going to be a thin one, is it?
I mean, you could always. I mean, most people don't want to be keel hauled, Lean, but I mean, you're halfway there.
Well, I haven't done anything wrong.
It out.
That's the difference.
So this vehicle is gargantuan, which means apparently it is 100 foot by 20 foot. So it is in fact actually fairly.
So I can go over the edge if I want to.
But two directions, not
yeah, no, exactly.
I
I can't be keel hauled then because I can't go all the way across the. Yeah, I'm fine.
You've only got 10 foot and then 20 foot of rabbit dipping.
If you go out of board, you will be hanging, but it's fine.
I've not put it around my neck. It's just around my waist. Look, just leave me be, all right? I feel more secure like this.
But is that keel hauling? Is that what that would be?
No, but the keel hauling is when you go around the.
You go all the way.
It's from the front to the back as opposed to around the sides. I couldn't be literally keel hauled now, but it would be close.
Every day's a school day. There is another kind of shudder as the boat has to evasively suddenly kind of turn to avoid another rock with, again, another Scorus sat on top of it. The ship is crawling through this space, but you can kind of see just very dim, shadowy silhouettes that look to be similar outcrops. Most of them with a single Scorus, some of them with a couple sat atop them.
Who is steering the ship?
Currently, it is the first mate, Sir Hickley Ifand.
Sir?
S-E-R.
I see.
They them. S-E-R Hickli-Ifand.
How are they looking? Are they looking like they're handling this, or do they need
damn fine in the tricorn hat?
A little bit of assistance?
You mean insight roll?
That would be 13.
1-3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, they look like they are focused. They have a job to do, a very serious job, and they 100% have not been drinking as usual.
I'll just raise my empty daiquiri glass to them. Just, you're doing well. Very good. Well done. Don't look at me. Look at the sea. I almost said the road. Look at the sea, not me.
I feel like people call the directions back, don't they? Because the helm's typically further back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, they raise their hip flask, which they haven't been drinking from, in salute.
They're sailors. They're all going to be drunk most of the time, I imagine.
The quartermaster, however, one Toylowdy Worcestershire, does approach. What seems to be the situation? Yeah.
There are do we know what they're called, these things? There's things on the rocks that we feel like might be a threat. Oh, you know about them?
No, quite handy at times if you can give them man to disperse a fog, they can often help a ship, but it does require a fairly confident hand.
I don't. They look too. I don't like the tusk things. That's a bit much for me.
When you say help, in what way?
Well, their breath could dispel a strong fog in a matter of seconds.
Oh.
But the trouble being that typically they like the fog, so often aren't of mind to aid in such a way.
Lorana, dear, have you got any sort of influential tidbits up your sleeves? Anything you could do to sort of help them help us?
I can always ask nicely.
What in
Actually,
there?
I'm gonna use a mask of the witty. I forgot
Mask of Many Faces.
that one to look like a humanoid with tusks.
Cute.
Amazing.
Like
I love her already.
What's his name of Alicia in Wonderland? The one is eating the clams.
Oh yes.
The wall.
Nice.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't. Here goes nothing, and I glide on. I glide on my
Surfboard thing. Yes.
What are you doing, Ali? Tell us.
I love this idea. This is a beautiful plan.
It's at this point that I'm going to quickly just say to the audience, I'm not being very kind by not asking Ali to make all kinds of dexterity checks. This is your magic item, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a Burma flying.
Brewing on flying.
My poor flying.
Let's hope you're not going to be swept over by a wave.
Let me just check how friends work, as in the country. Is this a creature? Is this a humanoid? I think this is for a humanoid.
They're not humanoid, they are beasts. So
one creature of your choice. Here we go. I'm going to cast friends on the creature.
does it have a minimum intelligence requirement? No?
Is to one creature of your choice that isn't hostile toward you. When the spell ends, the creature realizes that you use magic to influence it, yada, 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 yada. But no, it doesn't.
Okay, no minimum intelligence. Right, well, is there a save? Is it just...
It just works.
Just works. There you go. You call out to one of... What do you say to the scorers?
I can't do that. Yeah, exactly.
I think as this is happening, Stagnacious is like, so Worcester, dear, yes. You've told us precisely what they like. What don't they like?
Yes, that's important.
We probably should have asked that before Lorana, bless their heart, went over. Yes.
They'll be fine.
One squalrus is as different to another squalrus as you and I, in fact. I mean, I'd probably fish, to be fair. but
Well, can we get? Have we got any fish on board? That might be.
we've certainly got fish on board. We've got pretty much only fish on board.
Well, great. In which case, we could hopefully. Well, we should keep that in reserve. That can be a bargain.
Lorana suddenly feels a dry fish in the face. Oh, thanks, Ling.
Your patron just helping out
I'm gonna offer the fish to the creature.
to the Scorus, which is charmed and feels like you're a friend. The Scorus will happily and greedily devour the proffered fish. Sorry, I'm putting in mind there's a new magic set out, and giving a fish happens to be a thing. So maybe we'll see Scorus as a upcoming roll together magic crossover. Who knows?
Oh,
Probably.
yeah.
Cool. Roll me.
Versus the were sharks.
Roll me animal handling.
Animal handling. I'm gonna guide myself.
You
Good
may
idea.
always guide yourself.
Now is not the time to do this. To get this wrong.
Because that was just a 7. What a
When I
9.
think of you, I get
9 in
myself.
total.
And we're friends.
And your friends.
For a
I
minute.
think with a 9, it's not broken the friendship. It's not done anything.
It's complicated.
You're more of an acquaintance at this point. You feel like maybe one more fish would do it. I will give you a plus D8 for how good the next fish is.
More fish.
All right. Am I going to have a test for this one? Because the last one I aimed it and I think it worked. I think as an assassin, you can hit someone with a fish from.
Yeah, roll me an attack.
Okay.
I'm assuming you've got daggers.
Yes.
Roll me an attack with a dagger, but it's a dagger fish.
Roll for fish.
Roll for fish.
Okay.
I would have said it was a swordfish,
Yeah,
but you've gone for a sword.
Nice.
That's a 10.
10 is enough to
Oh.
land a fish on a rock. You'll be happy to learn. Yes, you have an additional fish. Did you roll your D8 to see what?
Yeah, 7. So that's a total of 10.
Perfect. The Scorus is amenable to your requests. Were you to ask it something, then it would probably oblige. There.
I'm just gonna give a scratch in the belly. Can you help us with the face? No, like pantomiming like a blow, the mist or something. I don't speak walrus, but
I think as you
That's
kind of
like-
scratch it on the belly, and it's fully friended now. This is your friend for life. The kind of howling becomes the sort of happy chuckling noise that it makes when you rub its belly turns into a howl, turns into a gale as you watch as the fog is blasted away. The howl is taken up by other members of the Scorus's flock.
Herd?
Gall, surely.
Herd. Huh?
What is
A
the
wall of
plural noun of
scorers,
scorers?
Gall?
Scorai? Scorai.
And you watch as multiple Scoruses join in this call, and the fog in this area is completely dissipated, revealing in the center of this area. Again, the helmsman has to slightly avert course to make sure that a collision was not on the cards. As the mist lifts, you observe in front of you a humongous black crab. A crab, yeah. Upon its back, almost as if it is made from the same material as its shell, is a 150-foot obelisk.
Wow.
Given that
Winning.
it is in sight, would you all please roll me initiative?
Yes.
Good at this, or at least I should be. Oh, yes.
I'm looking in the shadow realm again. Let's just white balance head. There it is.
Yes.
Sean,
So
I might. Oh, go.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Sean, am I
Yeah.
right in thinking
Oh,
that we are looking at a crab with an obelisk upon its shell on its back?
Indeed.
Wow, very cool.
That is amazing.
Did anyone get over a 20? Leanquist, what did you get?
26.
Limey.
Seems to be a lucky number today. I'm very happy about that.
Did anyone get a 15 to 20?
No.
Nope. Did anyone get a 10 to a 15?
Yes.
What did you get?
10.
10
Both of you got 10?
My dex is
Okay.
+3, if that helps.
plus 1, so you go first.
Okay.
Thanks, darling.
Nicely worked out. All right, Stagnacious and then Lorana. So, as we cue the battle music. Quick rundown. You are on a ship. The ship is also going to be taking moves. It's not necessarily going to be you doing this, but this will kind of be, after every one of your turns, I would like you to take an action on the ship stat block that I sent out. This is to represent one of the many sailors that is also on this ship, doing something to aid. But you only get one each per round because, they're not as experienced as you and they've got to reload and all sorts of things. So, you are currently on this ship. It has veered slightly to the starboard right-hand side. Ed, help me out. Right?
Yes. The
Hang
hang on. I'm sorry. It's the thing that the
port is on the
light
left.
is. I now
Fun
can't
fact for you
remember.
all.
I'm so sorry.
It used to be starboard and larboard, but then those were too easily confused. So starboard, larboard, starboard.
Yeah.
No. So yeah, they changed it to port because that's the side you're getting in. And I'm fairly certain that's left. So
I was going to say I think port's left and starboard's right.
So you're veering off to the right in a kind of, you're not going to collide with it, but you are going to come within quite close of it and quite soon because the sails have been unfurled now that you can see that you are out of this unnaturally rocky area. So, top of the round, Leanquist.
Lord.
I just want to make an admin note here. As you remember from the previous campaign, my familiar, which is like
Sea Slug.
Sea Slug, is always like next to Linquist.
Okay.
And it's invisible because it's a sprite from the chain pact.
This is your emotional support slug, I'm guessing.
Lovely.
Great. Ed, what would you like to do?
So, so I've got the ability to jump. So, because I've got the Harangan leaping ability, I can jump 15 feet. Are we going to come within 15 feet of the crab on this turn?
I think it would be super dull if I said no. So I am in fact going to say
Oh,
yes.
actually, wait. Sorry. Actually, what I'm yes, what I'm thinking is actually what I'd prefer to do on this turn.
Did you want to take a turn of preparation?
Kind of thing. So I have. I'm going to cast the spell invisibility. To make sure that they can't see me, and then wait until I know that I can get within. So my plan is because I'm invisible, I will be able to leap over, do an assassination attack on it, and then what I'm hoping is that once I've done that, then the spring of the rope will at least get me back enough away that I can disengage.
It's ridiculous. I love it. Of course.
Awesome. That's what I go for.
Yeah, perfect. You've deliberately chosen a rope that is slightly on the springier side as well, just to aid in this adventure.
Yes.
Absolutely. Just very quickly, is invisibility a concentration spell?
Yes.
So as soon as you rage, you will become visible, but I'm assuming that is not going to matter for your plan.
Well, no, that's because what I want to get is the surprise. Is the surprise attack, so I can do sneak and assassinate. And then once I've done that and I can get back onto the thing, I don't mind if I am still invisible. Hooray! If I'm not, that's not an issue.
I think the attack will break it, but yeah, it's all good. You're not going to rage.
I may as well rage. Is the thing thinking about it. So yeah, let's do it like that.
It's all good. It's hilarious. We will do it. Perfect. So you've kind of prepped for the moment where the ship will be within leaping range.
And then I'm gonna run to the edge, leap, make the attack, and then vault back. Is the plan?
Perfect. Cool. So you're basically holding on the side of the boat, waiting until you are within range.
Yeah.
Great. Right. Well, after your turn, it is a sailor's turn. What would you like to do for the boat? Ali, you have your hand up.
No, I was just making ideas in my mind. Sorry.
So there are 2 ballista, basically massive crossbow upscaled crossbows on either side of the boat. There is also a mangonel, which is more central on, I want to say the foredeck. I can't remember. I'm not going to flick across.
That's one on the front, if that's what you're looking for. Yeah.
Yes. So on the front of the ship, you've kind of the prow. You've got this basically a catapult, but specifically designed for seafaring combat.
Awesome. Mangonel, that's what it is. Good knowledge. Right. So my plan is to let's start with the ballistas or the ballista. Whichever one that is. Let's fire an attack and let's start the battle off with a bang and hopefully get a reaction out of the crab.
Perfect. Yeah. So you're veering off to the right. So yeah, you can fire the port side ballista.
Yes.
Twing. But bigger. Betrayal.
Okay. I rolled a 9.
You rolled a 9.
Yes. Where's the thing?
Interesting. So you can
Plus
find
6, so it'd be 15 in total.
Perfect. You got the stat block before I could find it. 15 as this huge arrow embeds itself in the shell. The crab does not seem phased. But you know,
it's a good start.
Yeah, exactly.
We've declared our intentions.
It's at least a platform for you to.
Oh yeah, boost myself back off from. Yeah, perfect.
Great. Well, following Lean and given Stagnacious and Lorana's low rolls, it is the crab.
Tis the crab.
So you watch as this crab, this gargantuan beast, slowly pivoting in one spot, keeping this obelisk more or less in place, pivots, and you watch as foamy bubbles start to generate around its maw, and then with a sound, the bubbles are sprayed towards you. Could you all please make Constitution saves?
I'll be dexterity.
It is Constitution.
Damn it. Yes,
How do you feel about a deception check, Sean? No? Okay.
I'm going to let that one lie.
It wouldn't have helped if it was dexterity. That is a natural 1.
Nice.
Oof. Well, you'll be glad to know that I'm not going to be so cruel as to give you a... that's not going to be a crit on a natural 1. That will just be standard.
Goodness.
You just failed.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
23.
Second. It was Jesus Christ. Sorry. 13.
Okay. Right. You, Liz, with your roll, you have passed. Ali and Ed, with your rolls, you have failed. You will all take some damage. I rolled 30 on the dice, so that is full for Lean and for Lorana. 3-0. Yeah.
Oh Lord! Oh Lord!
And 15 for Stagnacious.
What type of damage is it?
It is acid.
Ugh.
Oh!
No
This
one
is getting
likes
better and
acid.
better.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. 30 acid or 15 acid as you are covered in these kind of viscous, horrible, burny bubbles.
Ew.
That's smart. That really smart.
Put it out.
That-
Put it out.
That is all it can do on its turn, though. So you'll be glad to know you are not taking any additional attacks from this crab. I'm also going to, because the boat, unfortunately, maybe it does have. Oh, it does have a constitution. I will roll a save for the boat.
Come on, boat. You
Nope.
got this.
Come on, boat.
I got an 8.
Damn it, boat.
Yeah. I'm only going to subtract this from the hull, though. I could, were I feeling mean, subtract it from the all of the weapons and such, but I'm not going to do that.
Oh, Sean, you're so kind.
You see that this. I know, aren't I? You see that the hull of the ship even is taking a little bit of brunt of this as the acid kind of eats away at the wood of the balustrade and the deck. But that is everything it's going to do on its turn. So, Stagnatius, you're up next.
I have a question for you, Sean.
You may answer
Is
that
there
question.
any chance that Stagnatius and the boat could kind of take their turns together?
Oh, you mean as in the crew member that you will be
Yeah,
piloting?
at the sort of same time kind of thing.
I'm not going to be fussy about that. If you wish for something to happen before you take your turn, absolutely fine.
It's sort of all combined into one. Let me tell you what's going to happen. So the deck of the ship is bubbling in this acidy badness. All the nice wax that's made nice and waterproof is kind of blipping away. Stagnatius is going to kind of teeter around all of this and hop onto the mangonel, which is kind of like a trebuchet, if I think correctly.
I think so, yeah.
He's going to kind of wrestle around with his arm and kind of wink at whoever's going to set that mangonel off, propelling himself in the process upwards. He will then use a bonus action for his wings, his gem wings, to appear.
Oh, yeah.
And then in midair, he's going to raise up a gemstone that he retrieves very deftly out of one of his pockets, and is going to try and cast Insight Greed on the crab.
Interesting. Okay. Is that a save?
It is a save. It is a wisdom save.
Cool. So the crew member who launches you off of the ship, one Shimpig, the beast, Phil Hammond, is... I don't know why I said the beast. That's not part of the anagram. Wait, what? Shimpig beast Phil Hammond just gives you a salute and then sets off the mangonel and wow, you are launched. Remind me which kind of save?
It is a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom.
Any amount of creatures, but there's only one in front of me, so...
That you are interested in, indeed.
Is it crab wire?
That's a 16.
Meets beats. It does meet.
If
It
somebody
does beat.
said silvery barbs,
Did someone say silvery barbs? What was that, Lorana, dear?
silvery barbs.
Could you retake the wisdom save?
I did indeed, and unfortunately I rolled lower. So if it met it bet, then it does not.
Okay, so just so we know, the advantage. You state the advantage, not me, right, Lorana?
Linguist.
I guess it's just like a golden smile. He has no golden teeth, but he's going to give a little wink, this crab. Pocket the gem. So tell me about your financial aspects. What happens with this spell? While the creature is charmed this way, if it can be charmed, it can do nothing but use its movement to approach you in a safe manner. While an affected creature is within 5 foot of you, it cannot move but simply stares greedily at the gem you present.
Okay, so the gem that you've just put back in your pocket.
Yeah, no, I didn't read that bit before. I'm like, oh,
It's still out.
sorry. Look at me.
Gem's
Look
there.
at the gem.
It's all
Okay.
good. You've kept it in its.
At the
that wasn't what I
end-
was picking up on, but yeah.
At the end of each of its turns, it can make a whiz save again. So
Okay.
I'm concentrating on this, hovering in the air, looking at the crab.
But all it can do is try to approach and retrieve the
gem.
gem. Okay, right. Boring logistical stuff. What is your movement speed?
Movement speed when flying is my walking speed, which is 30 foot.
30 foot, and you have been launched from the ship. In what direction?
Towards the crab.
Towards the crab. Okay. I'm sure that will not be a problem.
Okay.
You might just get caught in a sail.
Nice.
That would be all right.
Right. Can that is everything on your turn. You've obviously used the mangonel as well. That would make it Lorana's turn.
So Lorana is very disgusted for what's happening because that doesn't go as well with her look. However, we need a mission. We have a mission, right? Can I make a roll here to discern? Like we're here to destroy, or we've been told that the dangerous thing is the obelisk, right? So focusing on the obelisk will be better than focusing on the crab, or are they a single entity? Probably, yeah. Let's start from there. Is the crab just carrying the obelisk, or is it like part of it?
It looks like the obelisk is literally fused to the crab's back.
Okay.
That's a hell of a mutation.
Good thing. Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, let's start with keeping people alive. So, how far is Lorana from Linquist?
I'm invisible and behind the mast. As in, but no, I'm on the edge of the ship getting ready to spring off.
But did you rage?
Sorry?
Did you rage?
No, I haven't yet.
Okay. So, but I know where my familiar is. Actually, let me see if I need sight to do this.
I'm going to rule that yes, you would know where your familiar is. I want to say it was Squishy or Squeaky or a name like that. Yes, you would know what that is. You would also have seen Linquist do this before, and you're also aware that they have to be somewhere within the region of the rope that they tied to themselves.
Yes, that's completely true.
I can see the rope, but I can't see Linquist.
A rope that trails along, gets to the balustrade, and then it's just like not there.
Is Linquist in melee range from the creature?
I will be next turn.
Okay, so we don't need you to make an attack yet. Great. So I don't know what I'm doing, guys.
Keep thinking.
I'm gonna cast Heroism. No, that's a concentration one. No, but that's fine. Yes. No. Hell. This usually doesn't happen to
Roll
me.
for it, Ali. Roll for it.
I was going to say, or you could save an action because nothing's actually started yet. That's the thing.
Yes. So
It'll probably be.
okay.
Detect
As
thoughts.
my action, I'm gonna cast Heroism on Linquist through my familiar.
Thank you.
Okay.
Right.
Absolutely fine.
Do you have anything to throw?
Yes, as in I've got daggers and stuff. I'll be making a melee attack next turn, but after that, I will be throwing stuff.
Yeah, then it's fine. I'm not gonna use my voice of order. Okay, so that's my action, and then as my bonus action, I'm going to invoke the tentacles of the dips. So
nice.
I'm going to have it. On a point that I can see. Does the top part of the crab count as a surface? Can I invoke?
Shell?
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the closest rock to the crab.
Oh, yeah. If it's standing on a rock, which I presume it is.
Yes.
Or maybe it's just, waiting. Waiting for the right moment.
If there is a rock next to it,
Just there.
Yeah, you can either aim for one of the the kind of rocky outcrops that there's dotted around, or you could aim for its back if that, it's huge. It's basically.
people at home, please don't get weird at this. So a tentacle from the back of the crack, not the crack, the crab starts like whipping it. Nothing weird in here.
I mean, fan art is just going to have a field day.
Yes.
Those
Pure crabs.
Those eight.
Yeah.
Nice. 17 hit.
Does not hit.
Wow.
Lord.
And that's my turn. Can I look for some cover behind one of the masts?
The mast? Yeah, you can hide behind a mast. It's fine.
And I'm still like putting down all the viscous liquid. And that's my turn. Sorry.
Okay. What would you like to do with your sailor this turn?
They're going to ballista this thing. So as I look for cover, I wink at one of them. They know what to do. So I'm gonna ballista 21 to hit.
How much?
Nice.
21
21 hits.
for 16 piercing.
16. That is maths I can do. Brilliant. First blood to random sailor.
Good work.
On Clarissa Ethicott.
She do he, she, they.
She
Doing well. Bonus for her. Thank you.
carrying the team currently. Cool. Right. Well, if that's everything on your turn, Lean Quist, the ship is inexorably going forwards on its course, and you are now within leaping
Striking distance.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's going to be a few things. So there will be rage. There will be. Hang on, take that off. There will be a rabbit hop. Oh, wait a minute. That's infuriating. I can't rage because I've only got one bonus action, and the rabbit hop is a bonus action as much as the raging would be. So I should have entered my rage last turn.
Did you use your bonus action last turn?
No.
I am going to rule of cool this. You can have done it. It's almost like, like a turn takes 6 seconds. You rage right on the end of your last turn. So you just become visible at the right moment.
I think exactly, that fits. So there will be rage. There will be the bunny hop.
You'll have advantage because you were unseen and invisible.
Exactly. And sneak attack and is there anything more than that for assassinate? I don't think so. Okay, cool. So yes. Ooh, not bad. But there is advantage. Shoot. 18?
18 does not hit.
Ah, yeah.
Well,
that's a
advantage?
shame. What?
That with advantage as well.
Yes. Otherwise, it would have been 12. I think it was a lovely idea, but I've slightly shot my bolt too soon. I come bouncing back and wind up by the mast again. If that's cool.
Is your bonus action to disengage then, rather than because it would?
In order to make the leap to do the attack, I had to use my bonus action to do the bunny hop, and the recoil I was hoping was going to be the thing that disengaged me.
I see.
But there would still be an attack of opportunity, I presume.
It is pretty big. Tell you what. You could have some of these sailors on their turn hoist you away. That makes it what's the word when you didn't plan the move?
Voluntary.
It isn't. Yeah, it's
yes.
It's involuntary movement. It therefore doesn't trigger an opportunity attack.
I think the thing is, I think that they wouldn't have. So Lorena and Stagnacious would definitely have known what I was about to do. They probably wouldn't have done, and probably the thing of seeing me going boing away from the ship would have made them go, "Wait, get him back in!" And I would have gone, "What are you doing? You should have left me." Actually, this makes much more sense. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that's all good. But that does, like I say, use up your sailor.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah.
Right. Well, after you, it is the crab.
The crab can make a whiz save at the end of its turn, but currently can't do anything but look at my gem.
That is true.
Nice.
I did just roll because to see whether its breath attack recharged, which it did. However, as you say, it cannot do anything apart from attempt to follow you. So it has a swimming speed of 40 foot. And
Wow.
you have a flying speed of 30 and were propelled towards the crab. Because trigonometry is hard and I can't be bothered,
That's
I will say that
Pythagoras.
it's basically come right up to you. You're about 10 foot away from it.
Mhm. That's fine.
But that's where I will leave you. It can do nothing on its turn except for attempt to not be charmed. And it was wisdom, correct?
Correct. 17. Am I lying? 16. 16.
That is 21.
Did somebody say silvery barbs?
Someone did say something.
Nice.
That is 11.
Oh, sorry, crab. Look at my gem.
Too bad, crab. No turn for you.
Rabbit.
I imagine like Lorana is just sort of invoking the powers from the patron from the sea. So some parts of the sea sort of got like frozen. So that shock in temperature, or change in temperature, is the one that, oh, what's happening? Failed the save.
Do any of you
Liquid
speak Aquan or primordial?
and the phantomless for the word.
Hang on a
Um,
second.
Oh, I have no idea. I don't think I pick up any language.
Yes, Ed.
I've just remembered I had heroism cast on me. I forgot what
You
that
did.
does.
Oh, you have 3 temporary hit points.
Oh, sweet. Thank you.
And because of silvery barbs, you have advantage on the next attack.
On the next... well, yes, great.
Yes.
Thank you.
You had advantage because of the invisibility the first time, so it's all good. Cool. Because those of you who speak Aquan, you would hear just a kind of murmur as the crab is kind of it's speaking Aquan through this kind of bubbling of its mandibles. But you do just hear shiny.
Nice.
It's looking at the gem.
Nice.
Okay, cool. That's everything on its turn because it was not able to do anything. Stagnacious, you're up next.
Hello. I think Stagnacious would have probably just realised that maybe the concentration has just ebbed on the gem. So planning a bit of a... I'm going to maybe go that way at some point, but he's going to throw into the air... How many? 4 compasses, quite small ones, and the dial, if that's what it's called on a compass. The hands are going to smash out of the glass, and they're all going to fly at the creature. I'm casting Magic Missile at 4th level.
Wicked. That's
Nice.
really cool.
Yeah, please do this.
So Magic Missile does hit instantly. It's force damage.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you want them in like total?
Yeah, just roll me the total. I'm pretty certain there's not a lot I can do about magic missiles.
In total, it's 15 in total. Force damage.
1-5 or 5-0.
15. 1-5. They're only little d4s plus 1.
Many
That
little compass points.
that was my action. Can I do anything as a bonus action?
Did you shout east this?
Yes. Is this?
He's this son of a crab.
How big does its claws look, Sean? Do they look like they're reachy?
They do look reachy.
Do I risk
Inch.
it? I do like a risk.
Snap, snap.
Snap, snap.
Let's see if that Stagnacious is going to take the risk of flying away. That was a roll for stupid. Stagnacious is going to try and fly away.
Okay,
So we'll encourage attack of opportunity.
Okay. Oh, good. I mean, no, it's all good. It's fine.
It's so fine.
Does a 33 hit?
No,
32,
Sean,
sorry.
it does not. Yes, it does. It does.
But, yeah, I was going to say. Ludicrous.
Which ones are those? That one, that one. Okay, it's not the max I could have rolled, but it's high.
Great.
12 plus another 7, so 19 slashing apparently on a claw. Beep, beep, beep.
Cool. I think it's just
How
as
you doing?
Stagnacious has kind of turned away, there's a big rip down the side of his kind of long coat that he's got. The buttons kind of plop plop into the water. Just the buttons, hopefully, are plopping. Linquist is looking, with the acid damage, with this damage coming in, looking a little disheveled, and some of his scales are falling.
Stagnacious rather than Linquist, I think I heard you say.
What?
I think you said Linquist. Did you?
You did.
Oh, did I? Oh, I just can't stop thinking about
Just transferal.
Kind. But I think there's...
Stagnacious not looking that hot. In a nutshell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Will fly 30 feet.
But alive.
For now.
Linquist is in a very similar position, so ironically you were saying the truth in both cases, just unintentionally.
There we go.
Okay.
And my good friend, I've forgotten the name. They were great on the mangonel, so let's go again, but not with a
Wasn't
human.
it Beast?
Beast, the beast. Come on, the beast.
I think it was Shinpig Beast Phil Hammond, yeah.
Come on, Phil
Shinpig
Hammond.
is an amazing name.
So we're gonna go for the mangonel. Let's roll that. +5. It's 16 to hit.
16 doesn't hit.
Cool. So I think as Stagnacious flies past whatever's being launched on the mangonel, he kind of narrowly avoids as he flies back. to the ship.
Whoa! Yeah.
Sorry.
I'll get
Cool.
you next time, the beast.
That's everything on your turn. So on your ship turn. So following straight on is Lorana.
All right. So just let me check how my deck of illusions work. Because an action, no. Do I need an action to draw one of the cards? Yes. Okay. Can I take my sword of flying to position myself on top of the creature, 30 feet away from it?
Good idea.
Yes, I don't see why not.
So that's gonna be my movement kind of thing.
Mhm.
As my action, I'm gonna take one card of the deck of illusions and drop it on top of the carapace.
Okay.
See what happened. And now I'm actually not sure how I do this. Oh, I need a deck of cards. Give me a second. So Lorana opens their waistcoat or whatever they're wearing. And there's a bunch of cards in one of the pockets, and they draw one card and they reveal. Oh, I draw the Ace of Hearts, which is a red dragon. So I drew it.
Nice!
And as they throw it into the air, the card is aimed to be on top of the carapace of the crab. But as the card flies into the air, it burns into fire and a red dragon appears on top of the crab.
That couldn't have gone much better.
It's an
Nice one.
illusion, but it's there. It's just there. Just imagine the crab, the dragon, and the obelisk. Next book.
All together.
As my bonus action, I'm going to keep whipping with my tentacles. People at home, don't be weird.
Whip it.
Whip it.
Ali, it's too late. This has already been rule 34'd.
Okay. I think I don't know how to roll for that. What did I roll before? Actions. Oh yes, action. You. Does a and the beyond be nice? Oh, okay. +5. +5.
Zero.
+5. 10 to hit.
Shame.
Yeah.
Shame.
Well, there is no whipping this turn. Well, there is whipping, but there is no like the sound. That is my turn.
Just a gentle
This is-
caress.
Okay. What does your sailor do?
Oh, quick question. How far or how close is the crab from the mangonel?
So if you imagine the boat at this point has basically just sailed past it. So it came within 5-10 feet.
Okay.
Then first leapt across. So
So
you're
use the
kind of,
mangonel because it can hit targets between 60 feet. So I'm gonna ballista it.
please do.
24 to hit.
24 will hit. Roll me damage.
Mm,
I think this is the same. This is Clarissa again, isn't it?
13 piercing damage.
13. Well done, Clarissa, on the port side ballista.
Is that the only person who's
You're
actually
doing well,
playing?
girl. You're doing well. I don't think she can hear. We're like, yeah.
She's the savior of all of us. She will
Yeah,
defeat this thing.
basically.
Great. Well, at the end of the round, it goes back to the top of the round. That is how rounds work, and it is now Quist's turn.
Right. So, so because I technically didn't hit last time, does that mean my rage finishes?
I think it's when you make an attack, isn't it? So it's you take damage or you make an attack.
Oh, making attack
Yeah.
is all I need to find. Cool.
Yeah, that's all you needed.
Yeah.
And even if
So-
it wasn't, I would be very cruel to take that away from you.
Thank you. But so what I was going to say is, I wouldn't be able to pull off the same trick again because we've gone too far past now. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is, because I do still have advantage, so sneak attack will still work. Thank you. Then I'm going to fling a dagger at it with rage and.
This is where it would help if I knew. I think with the sails unfurled, the ship moves 5 miles an hour. What does that? What is that in seconds?
But hang
Minutes?
on. The thing is, I've really fast. I've also got steady aim, which I want to use with my bonus action as well. As well. I know that doesn't help. That just gives me advantage, which I've already got. I'm happy with throwing the dagger if that's cool. Let's
Yeah,
see.
no, that's all good.
So brilliant. There we go. 22.
22 hits.
Yes. Okay.
Roll me your damage with sneak attack
Yeah. So that,
and rage and all of the lot.
yeah, that's the thing. So it's plus 2 because of rage, which makes it plus 6, and it's 2d6 plus a d4. I'm just gonna have to create this. Give me a second. Roll that. Oh well. 15 damage in total. I hope it's gonna be better than that. Oh well.
15, 1-5.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okie dokie. Great. Do you have multi-attack?
Nope, I don't. Not
Thank you, Liz, for working that out. I was significantly slower. Apparently, it is 43.92 feet per round.
Ali helped.
Wow. So suddenly we're over 50 feet away. Is the thing? That makes complete sense. Because particularly once a ship is moving, it's hard to get it to stop. You can't really do there's not such a thing as a handbrake turn unless you're going to throw the anchor down. But even that doesn't.
The crab is equivalent in size to the ship. So if the ship is 100 foot and the crab is roughly 100 foot, then 40 foot is still within range of the crab.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, suddenly what I'm thinking is, why are we ramming it? Can I get... actually, no. We need to set it up to ram it, because now we're going past it, aren't we? So we're just veering into it won't help. In which case, can my crew member do another ballista shot?
Honestly, that is such a ridiculously cool idea that if everybody is okay with it, I'm happy to skip a couple of rounds of you not doing anything because you're too far away, etc.
Yes.
And set that up.
Well, so what I was thinking was the other thing is, given this is given the obelisk is 150 foot tall, is there some way we can get either, if both of you can fly, can we not get a rope around it and just try and pull and just tip the crab over?
Crab tipping. So
See if we can get physics on our side.
My strength is
Yeah.
-1. It's going to be all Lorana.
Ah, fine. The theory was good, but I don't know. Also, to be fair,
Wait a minute. My swordboard of flying can carry up to 400 pounds. So just say I could, in theory, use not a rope, but the chain of the anchor.
Oh, yeah. That's not a bad shout at all. If you can lift, if you can lift the anchor, that's going to be a
But not me, my bro.
Oh, well, fine. Yes, okay.
So what you're thinking is, as you pass the crab, the Rana carries the anchor, and what? So you try and clothesline the monolith
basically
on the back of the crab's back,
Yeah.
with the anchor and the ship.
I guess if I just dropped the anchor enough, it can incrustate into it, and then we do one round around it.
That's an amazing idea.
I do.
There's also a red dragon on the back of the
yeah.
crab, lest we forget.
And Clarissa is here, and she's saving us all. So come on, Sean.
I'm going to be far too disappointed if you don't do this. So yeah,
Hooray!
let's let's set this up. So you're kind of sailing past the crab and then working back, but not a collision course, just a kind of try and drag it over with the anchor.
Yeah.
Or at least stop it being able to move. I think that's a good shout. If we can knock it over, that would be perfect, but I can see that might be a bit of a test.
I mean, trying to get back up again would be very difficult, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Like, that's some good quad strength.
You got a 150-foot thing on your back.
Crab's legs, anyone?
Yes, exactly.
I will say, I reckon time-wise we probably only have like this last round anyway. So let's just get back to the bottom of the round, and that is what you kind of set. You can set that up.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I guess Ed, you're using your turn to, instruct the ship to move on.
Yeah.
It is then the crabs. There will be a crab's turn when you get too close to it. But it is. I'm gonna give you 3 goes on the wisdom saves to see if it comes out of its.
Nice. Yeah, perfect.
In the time. That is only a 15, which I think is a fail.
16. Yeah.
That is a 16.
Oh.
Do you have any more silvery barbs in you?
I can steal Cerebral twice.
Nice.
That's a 15 again. Down to the third one. That is a 25.
Silvery barbs.
One more.
Oh, wow.
That is a natural 1. So yes, this whole time, Stagnatius has been just flying slightly out of reach of the crab as it dances around in circles trying to get towards you. In the meantime, you are able to set up another strafing run with the ship as you pass by. That is all the crab can do on its turns. So Stagnatius.
Oh, it's me. Yes, I'm going to withdraw from my pocket just a horrid old copper piece. We don't spend those. And I'm going to catapult that at the creature. If it can make a dexterity saving throw, don't know if that's impacted by the chain around it.
Yeah.
I think that's coming on Ali's turn as the ship comes
Makes
up.
sense.
Dexterity. Is there any disadvantage for it being charmed?
Is it
Oh.
charmed? Oh,
But-
Yeah,
But
by you.
not currently though, because it
No. It's still there because all of the silvery barbs meant that it didn't actually come out of it. It's still charmed.
Then
really
silvery
good.
barbs too
Oh.
many times.
In which case, well, no, probably not. But you're
let's
the DM.
just say it's too cool.
Hooray!
But I did roll a 17.
Oh.
with
Damn your
disadvantage.
Does
it take
do
half?
half damage? No, it doesn't. No,
Shame.
I lost a copper piece for that. Damn you, crab! Damn you! I wanted that. I can transmute it into silver.
Them, but it's nice to have. Yeah.
You can just see glinting on the black shell of this crab, just this little embedded copper piece.
I will
just
get that back.
Trying its best, but I feel that on an emotional level, the this connection to the copper piece just wedged inexorably in the back of a crab.
And I will flutter my way back, kind of a strange lilt to the ship.
Could you? What do you want to do with your crew member's turn?
Oh, come on, the beast! You know what to do. We will fire off with
Roll that. Another bolt has been set up.
That is 15 plus a number. 6, 5,
4,
5, 21.
5.
Good.
21.
Mhm.
Hits. Clarissa explains it all.
That's what it was. That's what I was thinking of. 3d10. Piercing.
Millennials of a certain age shaking their heads at me.
17 points of piercing damage from Dearest the Beast.
1-3?
1-7.
1-7?
Yes.
Misheard. That's maths I can do. Awesome sauce. Okay. Right. Ali, down to you. You have been, at some point during the maneuvers, placed in care of an anchor. Or an anchor has been placed in your care.
Lorana is very out of juice. It's like, oh my goodness, I'm so thirsty. Give me some drinks. But somehow they have managed to start lifting up the because they have something gift from the deeps, right? I think they don't need to. They can breathe in the water, right? I think. I have so I can breathe on the water and I have a swimming speed. So somehow I managed to position myself on the water, put the board like in one of the links.
Yes, nice.
Of the chain. So now I'm flying towards this thing, sort of,
to wrap around the back. Yeah.
So people start seeing how the chains, how I emerge from the water, and the chain is coming. Probably, there is like 4 or 5 links before the anchor, and then I'm just flying towards the top of the crab. Yeah.
Right.
And the plan is just, I guess, fly as high as possible and then just drop it. No, I think I have to go around the obelisk.
Yeah, that's what I think we were
I have to go around the obelisk. Cool. And
this is an ocean-faring vessel, so the anchor chain is long enough
and massive
can do this.
So if I can use sort of movement and action to dash, I'm just pushing the broom just to do all around and not a knot, but sort of make it perfect. And I think for narrative reasons, maybe I have instructed that the next shot sort of aims to one of the links. So just to make sure that there is a bolt in one of the links, so it's more secure.
Oh,
so finishing my turn, I'm going to move into that and I'm going to ballista it.
Okay, please do.
19 to hit.
19 does not hit. I'll tell you, its AC is 20.
Oh.
Well, that was a nice roll for 27, but I guess the ball hits the chain. Just recoils.
Ricochets, yeah.
Don't worry, you did it really well before. That's my turn.
Boosting it up.
2 out of 3. Great.
It was a difficult angle. Right. This is how I would like to do this. I would like you all. I want to play the ship off of this. So the ship has 270 HP left. The crab has 265 left. what I would like you to do, 270 divided by 3 is 90, so you can all have a D100. Please roll D100, and we will see how that plays off against the crab.
Oh, nice.
I have a result.
What is your result?
93.
Oh,
It's a good start.
nice.
88.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
71.
I can't do the maths. That feels right.
Yes, average is 85, I think.
Well, before we work out the maths of that, I think it's time that our viewers had a little break.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that means that you're going to have to wait until next week to find out the conclusion. So, those of you who know, in Soul Survivors, we have been setting a 9-letter riddle at the end of each break. Today is no different, even though you're getting 2 breaks. So I will tell you that your first 9-letter anagram is DEG IIMNNP. That is DEG IIMNNP. And I will give you the answer to that at the start of the next part with our next party. But from our current party, that is unfortunately
Oh, man.
farewell for now.
I think we were so close. We were so
Yes.
close.
Everyone.
Bye.